Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Tutti frutti, oh Ludi, yeah, tutti frutti, oh Ludi, yeah, tutti frutti.
Hurrah, tutti frutti.
Oh Ludi, tutti frutti, oh Ludi.
Frank, are you recording? Did Kim just steal my thunder? I said I was going to start with a song, and she just went right into it.
Sorry.
I was going in a different direction.
What were you going?
Who could take Who could take a pussy?
Who could take a pussy?
Lick it all around.
Lick it all around.
Look up with a smile while he's going downtown. The pussy man. The pussy man. Oh, the pussy man can.
Cause he makes the puss around and makes the puss feel good.
Makes the puss feel good, said the pussy man can. Cause he licks it up and down and makes the girls feel good.
Who can take your butthole?
Who can take your butthole?
Spread it like a sheet.
Spread it like a sheet.
I'm really disgusted with my thoughts in my head.
The pussy man.
The pussy man.
Oh, he works with butts too. He works with butts too.
The bussy man. The bussy man can, cause he bussin' in your butt and in your pussy
hole. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
I like that. I also like that.
Smart comedy we're doing over here.
Do you know the pussy man, the pussy man, the pussy man? Do you know the pussy man? He makes your puss feel good.
Okay.
Yes, I know the pussy.
Wait. There was a man who ate some puss and pussy was his name. Oh, Pussy, 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 and pussy was his name. Oh. It's weird that he eats pussy and his name's also Pussy, but life's crazy like that.
Life's fucking wild. You never know what your kid's gonna grow up to be. You just gotta look at them and pick a name.
Twinkle, twinkle, little puss, how I wonder how you gush up above that smiling man's face,
Dripping down like it's a race.
Twinkle, twinkle, little puss, how I wonder how you gush.
That was beautiful.
Now go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, little pussy.
Night, night, puss, puss. Okay, should we start the podcast?
I think we did.
Oh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
Hi, baby girl.
Hi. I'm happy with that. I feel creative today.
You do?
Yeah.
That was enough. That was like, did we do enough today? And the answer was yes.
It might have been yes. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just chilling. I've been at Joey and Ani's for what feels like years.
Isn't it nice here?
It's really nice here.
I wouldn't even mind if this was one of those places that's like haunted, and when you try to leave, you can't get out the door. Like you try to, you're trying to climb open the window, and then you get out the window, and you turn around, suddenly you're still in the apartment. This is like the best place for that to happen.
She made
in.
me homemade ramen today.
She's a fucking angel. Do you remember the way she came to us last night before bed? She was exhausted, first of all. I put us through rounds.
Well,
and
we
rounds
are
of
for,
mafia.
let me tell you, this poor woman is raising 16 children in this home. She is, I mean, honestly, shout out to Too Much Content, because the way that they are holding it down over here, people are here constantly just eating.
They've
and
allowed
smoking.
Kim and I to act like attention-seeking twins, like competitive attention-seeking twins, and sleep over night after night with no complaints whatsoever. Isn't that crazy?
And then I said, I came here yesterday and I was like, I stopped by this ramen place, but the menu was so confusing and I really wanted ramen, and she made it homemade today.
You walk in and she offers you food. She offers you love, comfort, help with your work, good advice.
She's my tax guy.
Right, suggestions. She's helping Kim with her taxes. I mean, they started a business together in the last few days, I'm pretty sure.
I think we've started 3 businesses. I'm knuckle deep in businesses with this bitch. I don't
Kim,
know.
that's great. And she's a great person to get into business with. Everybody's doing it right now.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, I've been doing that and just hanging out and just chilling.
I cried this morning.
What? Oh, you did cry this morning. You were sad.
Yeah, I was very, very sad.
She was very sadders.
I was very sadders. Oh, hold on. I've got Bobby calling me. I'll take the call and we'll see if we've got to cut some of it
Put
out.
it on speaker. I want to hear the good parts.
Hello,
Put it
Bobby.
on speaker.
You're on. I understand we have the busiest week ever happening, but you're also on Broad Topix right now. Oh, he says hi, Kim, but also that it's not a conversation for the show.
Well, tell him to save it for next hour then.
Is it urgent? Can I call you back in an hour? Okay, thanks.
How
Bye.
dare he? Does he even produce our show anymore?
Honestly, the nerve on Bobby.
Does he not produce our show?
He produces every show.
Where the fuck has he been?
He's everywhere.
Frank's
and
over here
nowhere.
sweating his balls off every week,
Frank-
trying to make a show run.
Can I tell you?
He's a one-man band.
I have been praying for Frank all morning. Just sending him my thoughts and all of my prayers.
What's wrong with Frank?
Because he's grumpy today. I can't tell why.
Frank, why are you
I
grumpy
don't
today?
think maybe we shouldn't do this.
No, let's do it. I'm not scared.
He's very grumpers.
Just didn't sleep well, and it's a busy week. That's it.
He's just a little tired, Alex.
Very sleepers.
He's very sleepers.
He is.
Him very want a nap. It's so annoying when you're tired. You don't want to be here and you just hear us behind you going, him must want sleepies times.
Him dudes want sleepers. I had a rough morning too. I cried. I have to fly out tonight, which is early. It was just that we had to get the fucking cheapest flight ever that has a layover for 2 hours. It leaves in the middle of the night. It's going to take us like 9 hours to get there, and we're leaving like a full day early because that was the cheapest flight.
Isn't it crazy when you do that and you decide on that, and then when it comes down to it, you're like, I would have paid $200 not to go through this.
All this money right now to just leave at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Wouldn't you have paid a couple $100 extra bucks just not to
deal with it? Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, and I'm very anxious.
She's very anxious.
Yeah. So sleep. I get it. Sleep's hard sometimes. You just got to stay awake. I have been having this thing where like I feel like even recently I've been doing a lot less drugs than usual just because I'm like so busy. Mm-hmm. But I feel like my lack of sleep from work actually is making me appear like visually as more of a drug addict than I used to.
This is how Alex secretly does heroin.
I feel like
I feel like I've been appearing like I'm on heroin lately. Maybe I have had marks on my arm, but it's because I'm sleepers.
I feel like the sleepers is turning me into an old ragged wench.
I think that's just how I think that's more like when you're tired, you feel that way versus like completely. I mean,
I guess
you can tell when people are a little tired, but
yeah.
I don't think I've noticed that in you. You're really holding up well.
That's good. Let me know if I seem like I've aged 20 years and the next time you see me. Us gas digital producers, we age like U.S. presidents.
I got to tell you guys, we haven't seen Alex in months. I don't know where my friend is, but there's this girl named Clementine.
Hello.
Who lives with us now.
She's here.
I don't know if you guys saw the Sue episode, but I'm Sue Jr. and this is my friend Clementine.
Howdy. Very nice to meet each
Alex
and every
is this
one of you.
character Clementine more than she's Alex now.
90% of the time. It's actually like I have to like put effort. It's so funny. So funny. My sweet, sweet boyfriend was literally a few weeks ago. He was like, hey, I don't mean this in like any like negative way at all. I don't think there's like anything wrong with you. But I'm just wondering if it's ever occurred to you to mention to your therapist like exactly how often you've been doing this accent. He's like it
true.
Does seem like you're running away from something. Like the more anxious you get, the more into the accent you go. And he pointed out that it is probably like me as myself being anxious and having this like temptation to just be silly and like push actual Alex down under the surface so that the anxiety isn't all there.
That's just called being a comedian. That's how stand-up comedy works,
Right.
dearie.
I guess so.
You do a character over anxiety, and that is comedy. You are funny.
All right. So I don't have to mention it to the therapist.
I think you should, though, still. I would just maybe bring it up for a quick second.
What if she tells me to try stand-up?
Oh, no, then she's a bad therapist.
Bad therapist.
If that's the answer.
What a bad therapist.
You have to fire her. Yeah, I mean, I notice that I get into it frequently, but you know what I have noticed as well is that our entire friend group is taking stabs at the accent.
That I don't mind at all.
I love it.
I love it.
Even Frank sometimes.
Frank, I've heard Paul kind of jump in.
I've heard Paul.
Yeah.
And I've only known Paul for a minute, but I've heard him busted out.
Yeah, no. I think a few weeks ago we busted Becky wide open.
We busted Becky. If you guys know Becky, we took her and we split her open until she juiced.
She fucking juiced the most southern accent you done ever heard out of a Canadian in your goddamn life.
And if you know anything about Becky, she's not big on doing foreign accents for fun.
No, she's politically correct.
Correct.
Yeah,
Becky, we got Becky doing it. I've heard Frank hits us with the British all the time.
Frank is more comfortable in the realm of like high class. Like
Frank is a snob when he talks to us in character.
He is a bit snobby, but
he says, "Ladies, are we ready?" But it fits us.
Ladies, are we ready? Yes, like he's like our caretaker of sorts. Like I would name him like Winslow.
Winslow. He becomes Winslow. Winslow.
Winslow. I like Winslow.
Okay, I like Winslow too.
Can your British character Frank be named Winslow?
I prefer it wasn't.
Oh, he's so grumpy. We can't even name his character on the fucking podcast.
Not Winslow.
He's across this threshold of grump where you can't name him Winslow anymore.
I hate it when your friends are so grumpy you can't name them Winslow.
Truly. Truly, I hate it.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened in America, is not being able to name Frank Winslow.
I agree.
I want him Winslow.
Frank, I want you Winslow now. Winslow.
We're too old for this, Alex. We're begging Frank to be called Winslow on our podcast.
Didn't it start with you cautioning Alex that maybe she should be doing less accents?
Yes, but we're talking about you, Winslow.
Hey, hold on. I never
now you're
heard
pushing her towards a British one.
that come out of Kim's mouth. I feel like that was Frank's opinion. I never heard she said that she liked my accents.
I do like your accents.
You want me to slow down?
No.
Okay.
I said you should just see a therapist.
Don't make me cry twice today, bitch.
I just said you should see a therapist. And also bring up the crying about me too, if you could.
So this morning, I was trying to convince Kim to stay an extra week in New York. And over the course of convincing her, I was like, well, you know, last like 6 months ago or so, you had planned this whole trip to New York and you ended up canceling it a few days before. And in the process of recalling this story,
she started crying of the memory of me canceling a flight. But when I said I wasn't going to be here, when I was physically here in front of her,
I started crying again. And I was like, you owe me another week.
She was really upset. She full on teared.
So dramatic.
She full on teared.
It was so dramatic, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with me.
Well, if you're anything synced up with me, I know what's going on.
First of all, I am. And second of all, bad news is this trip this week has me canceling therapy.
Oh no,
I can't do it this Friday.
You're gonna be Clementined out.
So now I have to wait. Yep, it's only Tuesday right now. I gotta wait 2 weeks almost until I see a therapist again. Y'all ain't even gonna know the girl who comes back from Austin next Tuesday.
Especially after being in Austin.
Being
You're gonna be doing
Texas.
this weird accent in Austin the whole time and calling yourself. If you don't introduce yourself to someone as Clementine, what are you even doing?
I don't know if I have the balls for that in me. I'm very comfortable around friends, but I don't know that I could go straight up to a stranger.
I watched Alex the other night in front of a man she had just met that day. What were you saying in front of that man?
Oh, man. I don't remember. This is the day that we took... Hold on. Having a stroke.
Because do you remember, I was like, you must know this guy. And you're like, I met this man an hour ago. And I looked over at his face and he was trembling.
But you know what happened with him? I was I slipped into the accent a little bit when I came in that day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so positive about it. He was giving me so much attention for the accent that he made me feel so comfortable that I was like, I'm going to double down now.
He comforted you in it.
He really made me feel like the accent was the best thing ever. And so I gave him all that he could take.
No, you really, he said, it's cool, and you filled his tank.
I did.
So to speak.
I did. I had fun that day, though. I'm coming out of my shell, Kimmy. What's the problem with that?
Nothing. I think that's great. I just didn't know your shell was Clementine.
I'm cracking wide open, and Clementine's coming out my insides.
I'm trying to see if anything's trending right now, but to be honest, nothing is going on in life besides our accents.
I want to play more Mafia.
I taught Alex how to play Mafia.
I can host Mafia now.
It's such a fun game.
It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was a good host, too.
You're a great host. You're a great storyteller.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I feel like I'm fishing for compliments this episode.
You are an incredible producer.
Thank you.
A gorgeous model.
Oh, my God.
You smell like roses.
Every day.
When you walk in a room,
Me?
for some reason, everyone else is in real time and you are slow motion.
You know what often happens with you, I notice, Kim?
What?
You step outside and doves cross your path. Don't you ever
Doves.
notice how beautiful the doves are always following you?
I thought that happened to everyone. Isn't that just a thing?
Not for me.
You've never had a dove?
Not unless they were released at a ceremony that I was attending.
A funeral?
No,
What kind of ceremonies release doves?
my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary released doves. It was pretty nice.
Frank, can you YouTube dove release gone wrong?
Oh man, we've done a at my 4th grade teacher was getting married the year that I was in her class, and she invited the entire class to the church ceremony to sing Kelly Clarkson's A Moment Like This.
For a moment like this. That one.
Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special kiss. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. That song. So she had her 4th grade class come to her wedding to sing that. And when we stepped outside, we were all handed little envelopes that, they weren't very clear with us what was in the envelopes. And long story short, we ended up with a couple dead butterflies that day because they were supposed to be.
They just opened up the envelope and they just fell to the ground.
I'm against putting butterflies in an envelope for your wedding. You're going to have too many dead butterflies on your hands. The souls of those butterflies are going to haunt your marriage. I'll bet those usually end in divorce.
Butterflies in an envelope sounds like a band name. Okay, let's see it. We got some dove action. Is there any sound? Okay. Okay, she's holding the dove.
It.
She says, "This is for you." Do you want to touch it, little girl?
Don't.
Touch a dove. We know your mom died. It's okay. Touch a dove. This is for your mom. As far as this dove flies is how far your mom went into heaven. Just know that.
Oh, no.
I promise you, little girl, where this dove goes is where your mother came and landed. You see this?
Right, I'm watching.
Oh my
no.
God.
No. Oh, my God. So the dove flies off into the highway?
And just gets smashed by a
Just gets
semi.
Absolutely fucking creamed by a semi.
I really like the thought of that guy telling that little girl, you see this dove? This is your mother.
Your mom's going to live on through this being.
Nothing could ever bad happen to her. God, if it did, that never happens. It'd be like it was meant to be. But don't worry, little girl. Watch this dove.
Why is that fucking cemetery 20 feet from a fucking interstate highway?
That is the most annoying place to be laid to rest. I gotta tell you.
If my family fucking couldn't afford the good cemetery and had to lay me to rest there, the way that I would haunt them for all of eternity.
I mean, can you imagine laying to rest and all you hear is
Kim, honestly, even if they put you, no matter
every time you hear a tire squeal, you got to scoot over for the next guy that's joining you.
I feel like no matter how beautifully they end up burying you at the time of your passing, even if you're like, you know, in a sack that's going to become a tree or whatever, you're still going to find someone you're looking to haunt.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on a haunt.
You seem like a haunter.
I'm a haunter.
Yeah.
I'm haunting all my exes. One, every ex who's done me wrong, you're not seeing the last of me in this lifetime.
I like that.
Two, I'm haunting every single person who has ever hung up the phone without saying goodbye.
Okay.
Because that's just rude.
You might have to double haunt one person. Because I know somebody who checks both boxes.
I'm going to haunt someone who is...
You should haunt everybody who's ever left a mean comment on your social media.
I'm absolutely haunting
'Cause I feel
everyone. Some dude's going to wake up in his mom's basement, and then he's going to wake up, and then it's going to be like, did you say I gained weight?
Yeah, I feel like in the afterlife, you would have access to like the whole database. Like you don't even have to know who these people are in life.
You just know their information to fuck with
You'll
them.
just be able to like find you'll know in your heart the memory of who fucking did you wrong. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You'll know just who
I'll
to go
feel
after.
it. Even if they're reincarnated and it's a different lifetime, I'll know their soul.
You go after that baby.
I go after their baby, their firstborn.
Oh no, I was gonna say if they're reincarnated as a baby, you just gotta go after that baby. It's too bad it doesn't remember what it did to you in its past life. It still deserves its karma.
Yeah, and I'm here. My name is Karma.
Kim Congdon.
Kim Carmenton.
Kim Karma Congdon is her name. Karma Kimmy.
Congdon.
Kim Congdon.
Carmengden. Kim Carmelburley. Why is it so hard?
I don't think it works.
I wish my name was Carmen for this.
That would have made it a lot easier.
That bit would have been great if my name was Carmen. Yeah, I want to haunt. I think a haunting would be nice. The thing is, what?
You think it'd be nice?
I think it'd be nice to ruin someone's life by scaring them every day.
Yeah, I get that. I would try to be like unique with it, you know?
There's this TikTok I saw, and it was two girls like pretending to be two ghosts that were friends, and they're like, "Watch this, watch this." Ooh, Frank.
Yeah, calling out names is good. I think like fucking. I wonder if like, could you have ghost objects or is it just you? Like, I would love to have a pair of ghost tweezers that people can't see the tweezers. They're a ghost like me. And I like to go up to people and like pluck their eyebrow hairs out for them, like the important ones. You know how when you're like tweezing your eyebrows, if you pluck the wrong hair, it's immediately noticeable. I want it to happen in front of people that the hairs just fall out and fall to the ground and they feel it. It's a good haunting, right?
I want to be. If
They
I
start going
haunt
to the
someone,
doctor.
I want to be every glass of water they ever drink as me haunting, and every time they take a sip of water, just don't taste right. So they're always a little dehydrated and sick, but they don't know why.
Right, but that little sip of water puts a little bit of you inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So not only so that you could track them, which you can, but also you can like attack from the inside, from the bowels.
Well, then I will become a ghost bacteria.
yeah. I never thought about ghost bacteria.
Oh, it exists. It's there. There are enough angry women in this world, I'm sure.
They come back as
Bacteria.
they come back as bacteria just to make the men that wronged them sick.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, man.
I'm going to make you sick the way you made me sick.
Oh man, I like that. Somebody came back as COVID. She was like, "I'm going to do this different than everyone else did." Okay. This is a little.
This is old school. What are you not going to light a joint in a candle?
No, I mean I'm all right with it, but isn't the joint going to taste like candle now?
You don't like a little. Will it?
I don't know.
From the flame? Does the flame transfer taste?
I don't know. Don't wax her.
The vote was no. We'll see if she tastes like candle.
Oh well, now.
That's perfect. Now, man.
Okay. She's burning tougher to one side than the other.
Right, she is. Maybe you did know better.
You got to be careful with that upward facing flame, you know?
Here we go.
This
is good for the listeners. They probably love this.
They love it. They just love us.
If you're listening to the podcast right now and you have weed, go light up or smoke with us. Join us.
Join us.
Please.
Join us,
Let's make this a
friends.
collaborative effort.
I thought it was so funny last night. We were playing Mafia, and like half the guys in the room decided that the way that they were going to convince everybody that they're not Mafia is by saying
that they are.
By saying, if I'm Mafia, I'll chop my dick off.
Oh, yes. But they were truly betting on their dicks. The whole point of Mafia is it's a room full of people, your friends, and if there's one person killing everyone, you got to figure out who it is. And the guys, the way they refuse to bet on their own dicks.
It was like everybody.
It was weird.
You know whether they're Mafia or not because if they're not Mafia, they're willing to bet on their own dick. And if they are Mafia, they generally won't bet on the dick. And it's a fucking easy tell. They're all literally men think about their dicks so often that they can't even play a simple game with any sort of like prowess.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I found that interesting.
I want to play some adult hide and go seek soon.
I call that manhunt.
Well, it's also not an adult game either, Alex. I don't know what to tell you. Neither of them are adult games.
I mean, come on. Manhunt is at least big kid hide and seek, right?
Manhunt's too wide. It's like when you tell people, like, let's go find each other in the city. It's like, no.
Well, first of all, no. Manhunt has to have restrictions. Has to have, like, a boundary that makes sense. Like, a 3-block radius is nice for manhunt.
That is, yeah.
You could, like, enough room where, unless you're completely on opposite sides of the space, you could hear each other's calls to one another.
That's true.
You got to be able to hear.
I don't remember the rules of Manhunt.
It's basically like 2 teams hide and seek.
Okay.
There's a base where everyone's safe.
There's
Usually,
the teams are the lookers and the finders.
lookers and the finders.
Okay.
The lookers and the finders would be the same side of things, right? Actually, now that I think
the
about
lookers
it,
and the hiders,
the
the finders and the hiders.
yeah, the looker/finders versus the hiders, and
slash seers. The lookers and the finders versus the hiders and the seers.
The seekers are the same as the lookers and the finders, but the hiders are the other group.
Yes.
So, anyways, the hiders have the way that I used to play is that there'd be like a base where you're safe.
Okay.
But only one, or like it was difficult to get to, and there would always be somebody from the seeking team who was guarding that base.
Okay.
And then there would be there'd be boundaries, and you would make calls to one another.
So what are you guys trying to do? What's
You're
the
just
end
trying
goal?
to find. You're trying to once somebody's tagged. Basically, it's like tag.
They're on your
as
team
well.
looking.
They're not on your team looking necessarily, but they are like caught.
I feel like someone needs to spice up Manhunt.
How?
Like, has there ever been like Manhunt where they've done like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like enough. You're just looking and you're hiding and you're waiting to be found. There should be like a thing where like the people that are hiding, like if they tag the safe spot, they're safe for the rest of the game. And then it should be more hunters versus hiders. You know what I mean? Like there should be a sort of end goal.
The end goal is to catch the whole team.
Well, so you just look until you do? How does the other team win? I'm saying. The hiders. How would they ever win?
By not being found for a long time?
Forever? Just 4 days later? They're
everybody making it to the base, maybe?
That's what I think it should be.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is
that the way it goes? Anybody else remember? Frank doesn't know. I think that is a fun way to play. Like a way for each team to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do Manhunt.
How old were you when you got your first kiss?
Old. Like, well, no, because I used to kiss one of my friends, but I don't count her.
How would you kiss one of your friends?
We would practice kiss, but we were just fully making out.
You were just fully into making out.
Just fully making out.
Hilarious.
Entirely.
How old were you?
Like 15.
Where would you guys make out in your room?
At her house.
So hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
And then 2 years later when I was... No, maybe that's not true. Maybe we were like 14. Because then I think I got my first kiss.
I was going to say, why are you making out and not hooking up at 15?
Yeah, no. I think that was a little younger that I would make out with my friend. And then...
Did you ever get caught?
No.
You would never make out at your house. You wouldn't risk it.
Definitely not. All of my memories of it occur at her place, but I'm sure we did it in my place once or twice. It was
a transferable kiss.
It was a game we played on our play dates.
That's hilarious.
Or so we told ourselves.
It's just a game.
It's a game. And then I had my first kiss that I would count as like it didn't feel like much of a game.
Right.
When I was 15.
Oh, okay. I see.
I thought it was later. But I guess not.
I'm just so glad. Like, I had my first kiss and like all the neighborhood kids were around watching it. And the kid who I kissed, his big sister saw it too. And I remember she was like, "Aw, so cute." And I was like so shy and I ran away. Have you ever seen on like YouTube, like they have videos like now because kids have cameras, they film each other's first kisses. And it is
probably so awkward.
Painfully awkward.
So awkward. I love like TikToks of people filming. This is like some 6th grade fucking content. Like 6th graders literally filming the content, but it's like a 6th grade couple having their first hug.
Can we look up a first hug?
For middle school first hug is so painful to watch, dude.
They do the same motions. They're all move the same.
So horrified to touch each other. I sort of remember
because the boy's gonna bust.
The boy is halfway to blowing his load.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking awkward. Thank God my middle school years weren't.
Yeah, I don't hear your microphone, Kimmy. See if you could push her deep. Stuff her in.
Hello?
Now I hear her.
You hear
That's
me?
better, yeah.
I said, thank God my middle school days weren't filmed because it would be so fucking embarrassing. I'm so glad. I honestly think that we got cameras right at the right time. Like when people started using Instagram, I was in college, which is not the best time really, but there was no stories yet, so people were just posting like pictures of shit.
And
like
it wasn't the same
like,
culture as it is today. Like now every picture is so curated, whereas in the past you'd post just like whatever blurry photo you took of the party is like Facebook type content.
Can we get sound? All right, let's figure out how to get some sound because I don't think it's the same. I just don't want to watch silent videos. I remember, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast. I had a friend, I will not say her name, but I remember when we were in middle school, she was like the first friend. Do you remember the first friend to start making out with guys?
I was so jealous of her, yes.
Mm-hmm. And she was so like, we hung out with her boyfriend one day. We went to the pool with him, and it was like me, her other friend, her and her boyfriend. And it was the first time I'd ever experienced like my friend ditching me to make out with a guy the whole time.
Fucked up feeling.
It is fucked up.
Because you want to just be her, no matter who the guy is.
The guy was so not cute. He was just not a cute kid. And like the way I was like, maybe I should just date a not cute kid so I can make out. Like anything just to make out, you know?
Right. That's why I would just make out with this chick. It was just like anything to make out. I got to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to start making out.
I just got to start making out.
Legitimately would make out with my pillows.
They're too dry. Aren't pillows dry for you?
Not if you wet them.
So you're slobbering all over this pillow.
I would tongue my pillows
like,
and they would get like wet.
It's literally like I'm having a weird reaction, like a squeamish reaction to the idea of like teeth on pillowcase.
Teeth on pillowcase does not sound
disgusting,
great. I'm not gonna
right?
lie, yeah.
I feel like the beginning of that make-out job with your pillowcase must have been like pretty fucking rough, and then it would get smoother as you kept going.
That's exactly how it was.
Because it would get wetter.
Yeah, less friction at the end.
I hate it. I really hate that so much.
All right, let's see. I think we got it.
All right, first hug.
There we go. See if the sound is...
Oh, that was pretty awkward.
They planned that. You know they planned that all fucking day.
How do you feel after your beautiful hug? Awkward. How do you feel?
They're not even standing next to each other. They're dating. You know when they get home, they're going to text each other and be like, that hug was crazy.
It's so funny how they're probably so natural. Not even natural, like beyond comfortable with each other through text message, but
through text messages he's like, I'm gonna arch your back and I'm gonna do 3 pumps in you.
He's like I have 3 fingers in you right now, and I'm
they're sexting
licking one of your nipples.
They're sexting like full grown adults on text, and when they see each other it's that's how it was.
That's so true.
I remember there was a boy I didn't even talk to who was my boyfriend who would call me after school and be like, hey, I just called to say I love you. And then I'd be like, I love you too. And then he'd hang up. He's like, all right, good night. And then at school, he would walk past me.
That's great.
And we never talked. And we dated for 3 days and then we broke up.
There was a lot of dating for like 3 to 8 days in 6th grade.
Yep. Did I ever tell you about the boy that wrote me the poem?
No.
There was a boy, he wrote me a poem.
Was it good?
Yes, he's still my friend to this day, but he was my first boyfriend, and his name was Dion. And he wrote me a poem that he stole off the internet. For sure, because for years I thought it was an original poem, and then one day I found it online.
Oh, he printed you a poem.
You know, he wrote it, he hand wrote it.
Oh, he copied you a poem.
He copied me a poem. I thought it was original. I remember it went like this. I wrote your name in the sand, but the waves washed it away. I wrote your name on a piece of paper, but my mom threw it away. I wrote your name in my heart, and forever it will stay. Will you be my girlfriend?
Did you say yes?
Yes.
How long?
First, I lived in such a racist... this is a true story, and this is just a reflection of how racist my town was. I asked if it was okay if I dated a black person if I wasn't black. I asked my classmate, Nicole, and she was like, yeah, my mom says that's fine. And I was like, cool.
How old were you?
10, 9, 8, 9.
Yeah. That's a smidge racist for a 9-year-old. I would let that slide on the 5 or 6-year-old scale.
It wasn't even racist. I legitimately had never seen
Well, it's
an
just
interracial
it's
couple.
not racist. It's not racist. It's just the idea that the question hadn't already been answered speaks to the greater area that you were in being like not very.
It had never been a
It's not-
conversation, and you can tell that girl that was like, "Yeah, of course you can."
It's not that
it
you
was a
asked-
conversation in their house, obviously.
Yeah.
but all it took was for one person to be like, "It's okay," and I was like instantly like, "Yeah, I'll be his girlfriend." I'm so
I think
excited.
those.
But isn't that crazy? That's how easy it is to not make her racist.
Yeah, I think a lot of those questions are very natural for kids. Like if you don't, especially if you don't grow up around like people with like a diverse kind of people around you, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yep. So he wrote me that poem, and then I found it like years later on the internet, and I was like, that motherfucker.
That son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Did you fucking confront him?
I think I told him years later. I was like, I know you wrote that shit online.
Wow.
I have to bring it up again. I haven't brought it up to him in probably 10 years, so it's time. Every 10 years, I like to remind him of the poem.
You never let anybody forget.
No.
That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Remind him.
Well, he's also a good friend still.
Haunt that
I'm friends with a
ex-sister.
lot of... Are you friends with a lot of people you grew up with? I'm still friends with a lot of the people I grew up with.
Not really. So I went to like Catholic, like private Catholic school my whole life, which was great and everything. But the annoying thing about it was that it wasn't the same as when you go to public school and the school is zoned near you. Because like kids from all over the place who just wanted to go to a specific kind of Catholic school would come there. So there were not an abundance of kids who lived nearby me from my school. It was kind of annoying.
Right.
And like hard to make friends with public school kids.
I have so many memories in middle school of just specifically the bus stop. Like, I feel like there could be a whole TV show on just the bus stop.
Sounds like it would be really cheap to produce.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the bus stop.
It's just the bus stop. But there was so many characters at the bus stop. Did you feel like that too? Yeah. There were so many characters. Like we had this girl, her name was Lindsay, and she would sit in the car and she would just pluck the fuck out of her eyebrows all morning, and then she'd get out with the thinnest eyebrows I'd ever seen in my life.
Maybe she had trichomania.
She just wanted to know. Remember, thin eyebrows were in then. I thought she looked so cool. I wasn't even allowed to touch my eyebrows.
I wasn't either, but I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Imagine.
Yeah. There was another kid. His name was Bajan. He would put oregano into joint papers and try to get people to smoke it at the bus stop.
Like, yeah, you would catch on to that, I guess, after the first try and be like, don't buy from Bajan again.
I used to hate him. I don't know. He was kind of like a troll. Now I realize he'd get along really well with us.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I hated him. He was such a troll. He was always like pulling pranks and like just being annoying. And he'd bring like a water balloon and be like, I put my pee in it, but he really didn't, and like throw it at us. Like, he was annoying.
What a Harrington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrington, has he ever thrown pee? I don't think he'd even go that far.
No. But he would like troll.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
as far as being the troll.
You know what he used to do? Fucking pissed me right off. So back when he like lived kind of far away, every now and again I'd give him a ride home, and it wasn't even that far. It was like a 45-minute drive from the city, tops. And I had to stop eventually because he would always be like, I have to piss. And I was like, dude, we're not that far from your house. I'm not going to like make a stop on a 45-minute drive.
No, yeah.
And then he'd be like, it's okay, I'll just do it in a bottle.
No.
And
that is not true, Alex.
Right, and we would have to have a fight.
Harrington?
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I can't remember if he ever did or didn't, but I remember specifically multiple times just driving home with the topic of conversation being a fight between us about whether or not he was going to piss in a bottle in my car. He's just a troll, though.
That's insane.
He's a troll.
Well, I don't think he would even really want to. You're right.
I don't think he'd really want to.
He just wanted to say it.
He just wants to fucking push buttons. That's what it is. It's so frustrating.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Neighborhood kids were crazy.
I didn't have a lot. I had
You had the two girls that bullied you.
I had the two girls that bullied me, and then I had the girls around the block who I I didn't really bully them. But
You bullied them. You put out your trauma on them.
I hung out with them, and I felt like the alpha in that situation. Like they were the ones who I made up my fake boyfriend Ashton to, and would like take fake phone calls with him, like total ballsy shit in front of, like to do in front of people, to like put on your best acting game and pretend that you're on the phone with your fucking 14-year-old boyfriend who's 2 years older than you.
I wish I could find the pictures of me in my I Love Ashton shirt so we could put it together.
I had an I Love Ashton shirt too.
So we could put ours together like the fucking movie we watched last night, The Twins.
Oh man, The Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap. We could put our I Love Ashton shirts together. Maybe we both find half a picture in the garage.
That'd be so nice.
And we're both on each a half a trampoline somehow. And we put it together and it matches.
Dude, I stand by the fact that The Parent Trap is a wild movie.
It makes no fucking sense.
Even for a Disney movie.
It makes no sense. First of all, the scene where they made her dive naked is inappropriate.
They give you
Can you put in the Parent Trap poker scene?
They allude to this like 11-year-old's naked body in like 4 different shots.
First of all, 11-year-olds playing poker is weird. I don't know why.
And why are they both card sharks? Like, literally.
Why do they both know poker at 11? If you know poker at 11, you're not you need help.
When the London twin gets to the camp, we didn't watch this part last night. We were already past it, but like very early in the movie when she arrives at the camp, one of the first things she says is, "I've brought a deck of cards so I could show off my poker skills."
Yeah.
A little 11-year-old Lindsay Lohan. They set this up really early so that later on when she's feuding with the fucking California twin, they could have a face off in the poker lounge at this all-girls summer camp.
I don't know what was going on, but nobody was keeping an eye on these girls at camp. Nobody was watching them. These girls could have been doing whatever. Go way past that until they're outside.
Actually, yeah, it is funny. Their hands are really funny, though.
There we go.
To be honest.
So this is the scene where she loses the poker game, and the bet that she loses is that she has to get naked and jump in the river. And I just don't know why this would be written into a 11-year-old girl scene into a movie, right? Like, there feels like there could have been another thing she could have done if she lost the bet.
So she was...
There's so many things as a child you could write. I mean, this had to have been a writer's room of 3 or 4 people that were coming up with ideas of what they do when she loses the bet, right?
She's gambling and getting naked all in one sequence.
And then they do this thing when she dives. Try to pause it when she dives. See if we can get it.
It's a quick shot,
It's a quick full nude shot.
Right after this.
What the hell?
So as you'll see, when this is moving, you could just tell it might just be a body double or something, but it's just a nude 11-year-old girl.
Why do they put her in the moonlight like that?
And then to boot...
Right there! That's weird!
She comes out of the water with like her bare shoulders, and the girls steal her clothes so that she has to walk back topless.
So why did they put this whole imagery in your head? Why are they putting the thought of 11-year-old Lindsay Lohan walking at night under the moonlight naked? It's weird.
I don't know, dude.
Hollywood. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Fuck.
It's just the whole movie. I feel like you and I should write. I really do feel like we could write a Disney movie.
Yeah,
without
we could.
a problem.
Yeah. We just have to get a few naked kids. Some foot fetish stuff.
That's Nickelodeon,
we have to join
sister.
a devil cult and sell our souls.
Okay, I think I've already done that. I don't know if you're allowed to do it twice, but shit, I'll try.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's crazy. What other scenes? Were there any other inappropriate scenes in that movie? First of all, how did the mom, if it's the real mom, it's the birth mom, how did she not know 2 kids came out of her pussy?
No. She knows. She and the dad are divorced. And they each took 1 kid as babies when they were babies.
and then didn't care that they had another child in the world.
Yep. And then we're supposed to love the parents when we meet them later on in the movie. Like, there's just like, we want them to fall in love again. Like, we're supposed to be fine with it.
There is seriously something wrong with those people.
Yeah, and the stepmom's a fucking bitch. The stepmom is such a bitch.
Fuck the stepmom.
That she makes the parents look okay to us as children, when in reality, they're all problematic. It's a very anti-divorce movie, which is like...
I don't remember the stepmom.
Oh, man, really?
Who's the stepmom?
Dude, the stepmom, they put her on a mattress and float her into the water.
I barely remember that.
Frank.
Hit it, Frank.
Parent Trap, stepmom, mattress, lake.
That should, I think the first four would do it, though, honestly. I don't think lake's the key word in that one.
Lake.
Yeah, the movie's wild.
The movie is...
So you're just supposed to be like, thanks, Mom, for picking my sister. I never needed a mother these last 11 years.
Also, they switch places with each other. They teach each other how to act like them and talk like them, and they switch places to go home. And it takes even... Not only does nobody at the camp recognize that they're twins, even when they're both right in front of them.
Right.
But then they go home to each other's families, and it takes a very long time for any family members to notice that they're not themselves.
Yeah. And then when they meet the other kid, they're shocked. Like it exists. When they already knew.
The parents?
Yes. They're like, I can't believe this.
Well, I think they couldn't believe that they had like accidentally sent them to the same camp.
Well, they just hid it from each other?
Yeah.
Like, we'll never tell these girls that they're missing their twin.
And like
that's the moral.
Her father will never know what my twin is up to. Like,
why? And the two like each other, right? The parents.
No, I guess
they don't fall
not.
back in love in the movie.
In the end, they do.
But that's what I'm saying.
It starts with that song. L is for the way you look.
So what I'm saying is, only when they started fucking again was it worth introducing the daughters.
I suppose. This is the stepmom. You don't remember this bitch?
Yeah, she was so hot. Oh, yeah.
They get away with a lot of shit in this movie. They just send her floating on an air mattress into the ocean.
Sweet dreams, Mommy dearest.
Imagine how dangerous. You know how often there's just like a little hole in the air mattress?
Oh, and someone just drowns.
Just drown in your sleep.
Because the air mattress, this is a real life situation. Those girls would do that. That air mattress would go out. It'd have a leak. But by the time that girl noticed, it would be folding in on itself.
Folding in on her, and
you know
she's
how
like
heavy
fully
they
in
are?
the water. So, and she would wake up and start to panic and flail her arms and get caught.
And there would just be little pockets of air.
Yep.
That she would get, but it wouldn't be enough.
No.
Just enough to keep her alive
No.
3 seconds at a time.
You're not fucking breathing, especially you just wake up in the morning. You're not taking that deep breath that you need to go under.
No.
Yeah, well, that's not how the movie ends, though. Spoiler alert.
How does it end?
The parents they've pushed the stepmother out. The parents
Just for no reason? The dad's just like, I don't like her anymore?
Isn't that... Yeah, they... No. It's revealed that she doesn't like the kids.
Oh,
maybe?
Okay.
Or no, she's going after the dad's money. I don't remember. It's something like that.
You know Lindsay Lohan's acting again?
In what?
I don't know, but have you seen her in her reality show?
No.
Oh my God, Frank.
Living Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan just put in like Mykonos show. It's in Mykonos. Am I saying that right? Mykonos?
Greece?
Mykonos? Yes,
What?
I think
Okay.
so.
Mykonos.
I think that's Greece.
Right?
Yeah. And
How's she looking?
she looks horrible. And she's about to do a show again, and I don't think she's doing better.
How old is Lindsay?
Just her on the Mykonos show, just like any clip of her on the show talking.
Lindsay Lohan.
Trust me, any clip will do. You'll see the illness in the
She
clip.
was actually such a cute kid. Watching The Parent
She's
Trap
the
is a
cutest
reminder
kid.
of that. She was adorable.
She's the cutest kid and very fucked up now.
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood fucks them all up.
Oh, yeah.
Careful.
What
on that
child-
candle, sister?
What child star do you think did the best?
Did the best?
Yeah. made it
Dakota
up there.
Fanning,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
She's a good contender. Drew Barrymore definitely had a drug and alcohol phase, but she
Drew Barrymore was doing
came back.
was at Hollywood parties getting drunk and doing drugs at like 10, they said.
No, for sure, but she bounced back. She seems to be like
No,
a
she's
part of
great
Hollywood
now.
because she wants to now, not because of like any fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
She's 34. Oh man.
Wow. She's not that much older than me.
No, she's like, man, when I put it in perspective and compare her to like my 34-year-old friends, I feel like she probably looks fucking 50.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks way older than 34. Just any clip where she's talking, to be honest.
There's something here from Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club 2 years ago.
Yeah.
If you want to watch
That's
that.
perfect. How much could she have
give me a
weathered
second.
herself in 2 years, you know?
Oh, no, yeah. 80,000 years. She looks like a different
Right.
person.
All right. So we could picture her looking 5 years older than she looked 2 years ago, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, a picture, it's dog years. It's at least 7.
She ages in dog years. Oh, man.
Look.
So when people come there, they're expecting to either see me or have an energy of what I'm like as a person. So I have to make sure that my VIP hosts relay that
her?
message through
Yeah.
their actions and how they
No,
present
that's her.
themselves.
Yeah.
And if they can't do that,
They're
then
both
that's
her.
an issue for me. I want to tell you guys something very important.
Look how fucked
I
up
have
she looks.
Alesso coming here in a minute with his manager and agent, so they're going to be
What's
sitting
that
with us.
accent?
Come
She has a
outside,
fake
we'll be
accent.
attentive to them.
These are very important clients for us. And he's actually a friend of Lindsay as well.
She's speaking in a
So, I'm
fake
going to watch
accent.
you guys. I'm going to
Her
sit,
mouth
like,
looks
next to the
really
kitchen
bad,
watching you. She's
dude.
going to sit at the next
Her
cabana,
lips
so
look
that's gonna be worse
busted.
for you.
You're scared already.
She's got
Lindsay's
pillhead
watching
energy.
everyone. There is pressure because she can come in here anytime, any day, and be like, "You gotta go."
Imagine
home."
Lindsay
Right
Lohan
now,
being your
everyone's
boss.
Scared.
We didn't expect it to be this busy in
No.
August now. It's going to be the line.
She's ill.
And I think it's necessary to start kind of switching
What?
people
Yeah.
out
Oh,
and
she,
bringing
yes.
in an
Yeah,
ambassador.
she
That's
dated
the only
Fez
step.
for a while.
We needed someone to say, look, they're like, oh, wait, is someone going to go because he's here? And that's important.
Huh?
It was like a wake-up call.
Probably also. Can you look up Lindsay Lohan kidnapping a child?
That looked really fucking scary. I thought she was going to look bad, but she looks worse than I thought.
What did you say, Frank?
Kidnapping a child.
Yeah. Have you seen this video? She has a different accent in this video, and she literally tries to take some lady's child, and the lady slaps the fuck out of her. And it was on live. She tried to like adopt a child from a homeless family and take it from his homeless mother. And she was like, "I'll take him. You stay."
Hey, everyone. I just want to show you a family that I met. That's a Syrian refugee
Her
family.
voice sounds so bad.
I'm going to introduce you to them. Michelle, tell me your story so I can help you. Welcome, Salam. What do you need? What do you need?
Are you Lindsay Lohan?
Do you want to stay in a hotel tonight? Do you want to watch movies?
Parent Trap?
It'd be so cool, right? To watch a movie on TV or a computer. Yeah.
Is this the accent she was doing in the other video?
No, it's different.
She's trying to match their
Let me
what
take
she
them.
thinks their
Let them
accent
sleep.
would be.
Come with me. You
Yep.
and me come. Just come. Just come with me. Not your husband. Just you and your kids. You shouldn't be sleeping on the floor.
She's
But
weird.
you're a good little boy. And this is not fair.
She sounds 900.
You should not have them on the floor. should be a hardworking woman. I'm freezing right now. And you should be doing what you do
First
for
world
your children
problems.
so they have a better life.
You know, the Hollywood always has to come out a little bit.
I feel like this family doesn't understand a word she's saying. They don't speak English.
She's trying to grab him.
No, we go to... Guys. No, yes. And خلاص. Guys, you're going the wrong way. My car's here. Cut.
Look at all the love that's coming through in the fucking live. All the hearts.
Trafficking children. Mashallah. And I won't leave until I take you.
What?
Now I know who you are.
I won't leave until I take
Don't
you.
fuck with me.
Now I know who you are. Don't fuck with me. That's aggressive.
They're trying to leave.
I'm like in shock right now.
Her accent's gone. She slapped the accent off her.
And they were trying to run to me, and I'm just like so scared.
Okay.
Literally.
I mean,
Wow.
what I'm saying is she's coming back to acting and I'm excited.
I want to watch every movie she makes.
I'm her biggest fan and I'm rooting for her.
Go Lindsay.
Go Lindsay.
Lindsay forever.
Lindsay for president.
I always believed she'd come back.
I always believed it as well.
Oh,
Reincarnated.
I'm trying to think of any
The Parent
other movie.
Trap House. Oh.
Leaky Friday.
Leaky Friday. I can't think of any other movies she was in.
I'm trying so hard. She made so many. They're all just stupid.
What
Oh,
other
Mean
movie?
Girls.
Oh, yeah. Fiend Girls.
I can't think of any others.
That's it.
Mean Girls, she peaked. If she could have maintained her level of what
Sanity.
Mean Girls was,
Yeah.
that
Well,
she never would have had to go away.
she's not going away. She's like a boomerang. She'll be back.
You think she always comes back?
Keep out. Yeah, she's like, she's like one of those legends in a scary movie. She comes back every 20 years.
She starts looking like she's starting to look like a legend.
No, yeah, she's looking rough, but I'm
She looks like
excited.
she crawled out of a tomb somewhere. Put some makeup on and said, I'm ready to shoot.
Frank, what are we at? All right, let's end it there.
Bang, bang.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Broad Topics. You guys can find me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon, TikTok at Kim Congdon. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/QueenCong1.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. Head to gasdigitalnetwork.com where you could use promo code TOPIX, TOPIX, for a 7-day free trial. With access to all of our episodes on demand and every single other show as well. Bonus content, live chat, all that stuff. Also, podcastmerch.com, merch for the whole network. What else? Yeah. Be well, everybody.
We'll see you guys next week.
Put on a happy face. Smile from ear to ear. Spin in a circle and cheer yourself up. Everybody have a good day, month, year. I just wrote that for you guys all.
Wow, that was really good.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye. What's up, everybody? Before we go, if you enjoy this podcast, you might enjoy some of the other podcasts available at gasdigitalnetwork.com. This week, we're highlighting Mike Vecchione Investigates with host Mike Vecchione. You can find the full catalog of episodes on demand at gasdigitalnetwork.com or catch the latest 15 episodes anywhere you find podcasts. Here's a clip.
we knew each other through the comedy scene, but at this point we were becoming new roommates. And I'll tell you, I was taking a lot of liberties with being the elder in the apartment. I was smoking when I pooped. I was smoking when I was drunk watching The Wire. I'm sorry for that. This is me apologizing. But anyways, back to your response.
That's all right. But maybe a normal person that would have bothered, but you have to understand where I came from. I came from 7 months, and I'm legitimately saying this, of pulling my hair out from bed bugs attacking me. Bed bugs were attacking me.
Let's take it all the way back. Let's take it all the way back, because I want to ask you questions. You bring up the BBs and you start getting a little jumpy. That's you have PTSD from bed bugs. Dude, one of the funniest things Nate Bargatze ever said was Nate was staying on our couch, and this is like fucking 7 years ago, and you went to bed, and then Nate was like, what if we like knocked on Vecchione's door and you just like heard a bunch of locks, and then he opened the door and a shotgun came through, and he went, oh, sorry, I thought you were bed bugs. it's like, it really is. That is the feeling in the apartment. I remember one time finding you taught me what a carpet beetle was. I didn't know a carpet beetle was a thing, because I thought it was a bed bug.
Right.
And I came and told you that I had a carpet beetle the same way I went to Arizona's student health center thinking I had herpes when I had an ingrown hair. It was the same. It was the same downtrodden.
Everybody texts me. Are these bed bug bites? Is this a bed bug? Like, I get texts. Like, that's most of my day, actually.
I'm going to commission a painting of, the dogs playing poker. It's just going to be you playing poker with all the bed bug smelling dogs. That's the painting that I want. It's just you guys all talking about the ups and downs of the bed bug business. But I'll tell you what happened before I moved in was, first of all, I got all my stuff. I had to pay to get all, which I was glad to pay at that point, get all my stuff fumigated so I didn't bring the bed bugs over. But you guys, you didn't seem that concerned about it. You were just like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm like, yeah, I want to get it all steamed and get rid of stuff and get everything I do have steamed and high heated so that I could bring it over. But we're gonna be 100% honest on this, and there might be some people that if they find their way to this podcast are going to be a little upset at the next thing I'm going to say. Vecchione, you were such a trade up. I didn't worry about off the field personality problems. It was such a trade up from the previous roommate that I was like, you got a DUI? Hey, who hasn't had a couple pops and taken a little spin? It was like, I was just so excited you were moving in. You're like, I might have bed bugs. I was like, well, you're going to like try not to, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm going to. And also hearing the seriousness in your voice when talking about it, you were like, you read your plan of fumigating your furniture to me before you moved in like it was a bank heist. Like, you're like, here's how it's going to go down. Tours are going to come in. All the furniture is going to be in the center of the room. The bed bugs are going to be distracted by little flakes of skin that I've put everywhere around the apartment. And people don't realize, which I can attest to, you came in hot about bed bugs to the point where I think even once after I got the Guinness gig, I think I got you a Christmas present that was a heating suitcase that would kill bed bugs. Right.
Yes, you did.
I bought you like a fucking...
You got me a heating suitcase. I remember that.
I was like, dude, this thing will kill bed bugs. I was like, it's fucking... Because I remember you telling me when you were on the road that you would put your bag up on you wouldn't even put it on the counter. You would put it on like in the bathtub.
In the bathtub.
Yeah.
Here's my hotel regimen, Dan. I would get my bag. I would go to the hotel. I'd get in the room. I'd put my bag in the bathtub. I'd take off all my clothes except for my underwear, put everything in the bathtub. And then I would get online. Tammy Pescatelli actually taught me this. You take the iron and you plug it in and put it on the bed because they respond to heat. So that'll bring them to the surface. While that's happening, I'm online checking the bed bug registry to see if the hotel has had any previous complaints.
Damn. Do you still do that?
No, I don't do that anymore. But
the iron thing is very clever. I didn't know. Yeah,
the iron thing, it brings them to the surface.
And then what do you do? Like, do you pull the sheet back and go, aha? And they're like, no. Oh, you tricked us. We thought you were a juicy lady taking a nap.